Hey guys, I'm back with a little bit of harder problems because we're ready to move on. So you should have mastered dividing by single digits in one of those three ways. Now we're going to move up to some 5th grade math. This is going to be dividing by double digits. This is where using those other ways are going to come in handy when you think about it, because we don't normally think about 22s when we're multiplying. So let's get started. I'm going to show you two different ways, and here's why. If we do the picture way, this is going to take an awful lot amount of time, because drawing 22 things might take a while and we might get lost in there. So I'm not going to do the picture way for this one. It just wouldn't make sense if I have anything bigger than a 9. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the way where we draw the line, and I'll show you the traditional way. So let's make sure you first copy this down into your notes. Okay, pause it if you need to. And we're going to be doing it two ways. I want you to copy down both ways so that way you have them in your notes to reference. So please copy this down as I go. So the first thing we're going to do is draw a line. We're giving ourselves lots of room to work. All right, so the first step here is we want to think how many we can go ahead and multiply by. How many we can go ahead and split out and subtract. If I think about this number 22, all right, I think I can multiply it times 10 and still have enough. Here's why. I know when I multiply a number like this times 10, the shortcut is just to add the 0. So keep the 22 and add the 0. 220. I definitely have enough. In fact, I'll be using 10 a couple times. Let's go ahead and put it up there once. So if we put up our 10, again, that's going to give us 220. And let's go ahead and subtract that out. 8 take away 0 is 8. 6 take away 2 is 4. 9 take away 2 is 7. 1 take away 0 is 1. So I still have quite a bit left to go. I can continue on my 10s, or I can bump it up a little bit. Let's try to bump it up a little bit and see what happens. Let's see what happens if we do 20. So I'm going to come over here, multiply times 20. If I'm splitting 20, I'm giving 20 to each of the 22 people. I know that's kind of hard to think about. That would be like 20 times 22. So I'm going to come over to the side to solve that. 22 times 20. Just like with the 10, anytime I'm multiplying by a power of 10, I can kind of pretend to ignore that 0 and add it on the end. 22 times 2 would be 44, and add on the 0. 440. So let's go ahead and try that. We need to subtract it out. Remember, the reason we're subtracting is because we've already used that amount. We've already split it up evenly, so we can get rid of it. 8 take away 0 is 8. 4 take away 4 is 0. 7 take away 4 is 3. And my 1 still comes down. It looks like I have enough where I could still take out another 20, so let's do that. Again, that's 440. If I subtract, 8 take away 0 is 8. 0 take away 4, I need to borrow or regroup. 10 take away 4 is 6. 2 take away 4, I need to regroup. 12 take away 4, let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No shame in using some fingers. 868. So can I take another 20? Yeah, I have enough. Let's do another 20. And we're getting really close. So that's going to be another 440 that we take out. 8 take away 0 is 8. I'm just making sure you can still see. Looks like I might need to pick up my board. 6 take away 4 is going to give me 2. 8 take away 4 is going to be 4. All right, so look here. I have 428 left to give out, to divide with to the 22 people. But if I do another 20, that's going to go over, so I need to reduce it a little bit. Let's go back to our 10, because that was pretty easy. Looks like I need to extend my line a little bit. So remember when we multiplied 22 times 10, we got 220. So let's go ahead and write that out here. 8 take away 0 is 8. 2 take away 2 is 0. 4 take away 2 is 2. Okay, so now what? I have 208 left, but I still have 22 people to divide that amongst. Okay. It's not a remainder yet because I can still split it up. But I can't do 10, so let's do a number that we think might be close. Maybe let's try 9. I'm going to come off to the side to see if it's going to be too much. 22 times 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 1 more is 19. 198. Let's do it. I think that's pretty close. So I'm going to put my 9 over here. Oop, you can't see that. Hold on. Put my 9 over here. My 198 here. And subtract. See how many I'm going to have left. 8 take away 8 is 0. 0 take away 9, I need to regroup. 10 take away 9 is 1. 1 take away 1 is nothing. So I have 10 left. I cannot go any further because I cannot split 10 things evenly amongst 22 people. So this is going to be my remainder. Let's go ahead and figure out how much I did all together. I got to go all the way back up. I'm going to add my 10 plus my 20 plus my 20 plus my 20 plus my 10 plus my 9. So in the ones, it's going to give me a 9. In the tens place, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way at the top, if you can see it, 8. 89 with a remainder of 10. So I'm going to bring that all the way back to the top. I have 89, remainder 10. Whew. Remember to go back and make sure that you have all of that copied, including the work I did to the side. That way you understand what happened. That was a lot of work, but it was worth it because we got the right answer and we understand what's going on. Let's try the second way.